Hello, hello, hello. A very warm welcome to this special, mega episode of Emotional Intelligence. I'm your host, Emma, and today we are doing something different. We are taking one of the most important human skills and looking at it under a microscope. Joining me for this deep dive is my partner in conversation, Mark.
Hello, Emma. I am so happy we are doing this. Usually, we talk about speaking English, but today we are talking about the silent part of communication. It is the art of active listening. Most people think listening is just not talking, but it is so much more than that. It is an active, energetic, and emotional process.
I'm ready for this, Mark. I want to understand every single detail. Why is it that in a world where everyone has a voice, almost nobody feels heard? We have millions of comments on social media, but we feel lonely. Is it because we've lost the ability to listen?
That is a profound question, Emma. We are living in the age of distraction. Our brains are being trained to jump from one thought to another every 3 seconds. Active listening requires the opposite. It requires stillness. Today, we are going to break this skill down into 7 major parts. We will look at the biology, the psychology, and the practical techniques.
Let's start with the basics for our English learners. Is there a difference between the verb to hear and the verb to listen?
Absolutely. This is the first lesson. Hearing is a physical process. It is your ears catching sound waves. Even when you are asleep, you are hearing things. But listening is a psychological process. It is a choice. It is when you take those sounds and try to find meaning in them.
So, I can hear someone talking to me while I'm looking at my phone, but I'm not actually listening to them?
Exactly. Your ears are working, but your mind is elsewhere. Active listening starts when you decide to unlock your mind and focus it entirely on the person in front of you. It's like a camera lens. You have to blur the background and make the person the only thing in focus.
You mentioned that there are levels to this. Can you explain what they are?
Yes. Imagine 3 floors in a building. Level 1. Internal listening. This is the lowest level. You are listening to the person, but you are actually listening to your own thoughts. You are thinking, how does this affect me? Or what am I going to eat for dinner? Level 2. Focused listening. You are 100% focused on the other person. You are watching their eyes, their hands, and their tone of voice. You aren't thinking about yourself at all. Level 3. Global listening. This is the highest level. You are listening to the vibe of the room. You are noticing what they are not saying. You are feeling their energy. This is where true empathy happens.
Level 3 sounds like something a detective or a therapist would do. Can a normal person learn to do that?
Yes, but it requires lowering the volume of your own ego. You have to be okay with being quiet and observant.
Why is it so hard? Even when I try to listen, I find my mind wandering. What are the walls that stop us from listening well?
There are several barriers. 1. The solution trap. Men are especially guilty of this. Laughs. When someone shares a problem, we immediately want to fix it. We stop listening and start building a plan. 2. The Me Too barrier. Someone says, I had a hard day, and you immediately say, oh, me too. Let me tell you about my day. You just stole the conversation. 3. The judgment barrier. You start deciding if the person is right or wrong while they are still talking. Once you judge, you stop learning.
I've definitely fallen into the Me Too trap. I thought I was being helpful by showing I understand, but I realize now that I was just making the conversation about myself. Let's talk about the body. If I am an active listener, what does my body look like?
Your body is a mirror. If you are closed, the other person will be closed. Eye contact? This is number 1. About 60 to 70% of the time, you should be looking at them. Too much is scary, too little is disrespectful. The lean. Lean forward slightly. It shows interest. Open posture. Don't cross your arms. Crossing your arms is like putting a "do not disturb" sign on your chest. The nod. Not a fast, hurry-up nod, but a slow, meaningful nod that says, I hear you.
What about the environment? Does the place matter?
Yes. You can't actively listen in a noisy disco or while you are driving a car in heavy traffic. If someone wants to tell you something important, say, this sounds important, let's find a quiet place so I can give you my full attention. That sentence alone builds so much trust.
Okay, my body is ready. My mind is focused. What do I say to show I am listening?
Use verbal mirrors asterisk, reflecting. If they say, I'm really worried about this exam, you say, it sounds like you are feeling quite anxious about the test. You aren't repeating them like a parrot. You are naming the feeling. Summarizing. After a long story, say, okay, let me make sure I understand. You're upset about the deadline, and you feel like the team isn't helping enough. Is that the main thing?
This is amazing because it prevents misunderstandings. So many fights happen because we thought we understood, but we didn't.
Exactly. Summarizing is like a quality check for your conversation.
We mentioned silence before, but let's go deeper. Why is silence so uncomfortable for us?
Because we are afraid of the empty space. But in communication, silence is where the truth lives. Sometimes, a person finishes talking, but they have one more thing to say, something deeper. If you speak too fast, you kill that thought. If you wait for 4 seconds, they will often share their real heart.
4 seconds feels like an eternity in a conversation.
Ha ha ha, try it. Count to 4 in your head after they finish. It gives them permission to keep going.
This has been a masterclass, Mark. How can our listeners take this 8500 word style depth and use it today?
Here is your homework. 1. The no phone challenge. In your next dinner or coffee, leave your phone in your bag or car. Don't even put it on the table. 2. The wait to speak rule. Wait 2 seconds after the other person finishes before you open your mouth. 3. The feeling question. Ask one question about their feelings, not just the facts.
I'm going to do the no phone challenge tonight. Mark, thank you for this incredible journey through the world of listening. I feel like I have a new pair of ears.
My pleasure, Emma. To listen is to love. When you listen to someone, you are giving them the most valuable thing you own, your time and your attention.
What a beautiful way to end. Listeners, we are listening to you through your comments and feedback. Keep growing, keep listening, and we will see you in the next mega episode.
Goodbye, everyone.